Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you are looking for videos to get kids excited about reading and writing and awesome book recommendations, click the subscribe button down below, click that bell, you get an email every time I post. Hi, my name is Colby Sharp, and I want to talk to you today about the importance of pre-ordering books. I read Amal Unbound over the weekend, and I was completely obsessed from the first page to the end. I love this book. I love it so very much. I went on and on in a 10-minute YouTube video. I'm not going to talk about that now, but if you look there, I'll put a card up here so you can see that. You can watch that video and you can see why I love this book so much. After watching the video, I wanted everyone to pre-order the book. I wanted them to get that book on their to-read list. I wanted them to buy the book so that when the book came out, the minute, the second the book came out, they would have it in their arms. They would have it in their hands. They could hand it to kids. They could read it themselves. I wanted them to have the book immediately. Thinking about pre-orders, not only do you get to have the book in your hands the moment it comes out, but it's also really helpful to that author if you pre-order their books. So in today's video, we're going to talk about some different reasons why it's important to pre-order books. And I want to give a shout out to all the people on Twitter who helped me figure out some different ways that pre-ordering helps book creators. Before we talk about why you should pre-order books, it's important to know that you can pre-order from your local independent bookstore. And if you don't have a local independent bookstore, you can pre-order from another independent bookstore. If you don't have one, I recommend Bookbug in Kalamazoo. They're really wonderful with their pre-orders and getting you books and taking really good care of you. But you can pre-order through them, or you can pre-order through Amazon, Indie First, Amazon. Disclaimer, I might be wrong and not completely correct on all of these things. So if I'm wrong or you want to clarify what I have to say, I'm just one guy who wants people to get excited about reading. Just leave me a comment below and let me know what I said wrong or other reasons why you think it's important that people pre-order books. Making it onto the New York Times bestseller list is a very big deal. And if you can get your book on that list, a ton of eyes are going to be drawn to it, and it's going to help sell more books. And then in turn, get more kids excited about reading and sell more copies of the book. So one reason why pre-ordering is so important, because all of those sales, all of those pre-orders go towards the first week sales, and you can give that book a huge push and maybe even get it onto the list. The second reason why it's really important to pre-order a book is for independent booksellers, because they don't always have a ton of space. They can't have every single title, but if a lot of people are pre-ordering a certain book or multiple people are pre-ordering a certain book, then they know that that's a book that they should probably carry. And then they can get that book in their shelves so when it comes out, readers have access to that book. A third reason why it's important to pre-order a book is because it really helps the author out, because publishers are paying attention to pre-orders. They want to know that their books are going to do well. And if you pre-order a book and a lot of people are pre-ordering a book, let's say that author is also working on another title and they're trying to sell it maybe to that same publisher, that publisher might be more likely to buy it if like thousands of books of the book that's coming out soon, does that make sense, are pre-ordered, then they're going to maybe be more likely to purchase the next book by that author. The fourth reason why it's important to pre-order a book is we want to make sure that publishers know we're excited about it, because we want them to make enough copies. I'm terrified that not enough people are going to pre-order this book, and then what's going to happen is everyone's going to get it and they're going to start reading it and everyone's going to love this book, and then everybody's going to want to buy it and they're going to be out of copies. So we want to make sure that the publisher prints lots and lots of copies of great books like this one. So if we all pre-order this book and everyone pre-orders this book, then Nancy Paulson, the people at Nancy Paulson Books, Nancy Paulson, and the people at Penguin will know to print and have a very large first run, is that what you say, first run copies? Copies of the first run? They'll make a lot of them. And then a lot of people will be able to read it. So if we pre-order books, if a lot of people pre-order a book, then they'll know, oh man, there's a lot of interest in this book. We need to make a lot of copies. Because there's nothing worse than, well, there are things worse. But it's really bad when a book comes out and everyone's excited about it and the publisher maybe didn't know that this many people were going to be excited about it. And then people have to go without the book. This happens every year at the ALA Youth Media Awards. A book wins the Newbery or Caldecott or as an honor, and then like people flood to bookstores and people flood to Amazon, and all those copies are gone. And then we have this book that everyone is so excited about, but no one can buy it. It's a huge problem. It was a huge problem when Breaking Stalin's Nose won the Newbery honor, because it kind of came out of left field, and then everybody wanted that book, and then nobody could read the book, and I needed to read that book, and I couldn't find a copy, and it took a while. So pre-order, 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 pre-order. The fifth reason why it's important to pre-order a book is to tell the author that you pre-ordered the book, because it feels really nice. So many people have been pre-ordering the Creativity Project, and it makes my heart so happy. And every single time someone says, I pre-ordered your book, it's like Christmas. It might even be better than Christmas, because like you work so hard on something, and then to know that people are like believe in you and believe in this book and this project that you poured your heart and soul into, it just makes you feel good. So reason number 5, you can make somebody feel good. So not only do you get a book, not only do you help in so many other ways, but you make the book creator feel good, and then they'll want to make more books. The 6th reason why you should pre-order a book is because it sends this signal to the publisher, not only for them to make lots of books, but also that this book is important and this book matters, and then this is maybe an author that we want to send to conferences. Maybe this is an author we want to send on tour. Maybe this is a book that we need to maybe reallocate some marketing funds. I actually don't know if this stuff happens, but people tweeted it and it made sense. Like if you're running a business and people are really excited about it, then you knew you had something good, so you should really try to push it and get people to want to read it, and then make lots of copies and send them all over. Then they sell more copies. So pre-order. If you do choose to buy books on Amazon, which is I think like the biggest seller of books in the world, support indies first, please. Thank you. But if you do buy books on Amazon, you'll notice that when you buy a book or you look at a book, it'll also say these books were also purchased when you bought that book. So if you look at this book online, let's look at it online really quick. So if I look at this book online, it will say people frequently bought this book along with Dan Gemmenhardt's Good Dog and Kwame Alexander's Rebound and Jason Reynolds' Sunny, Jason Reynolds' Long Way Down, and Crown, all kinds of other books. So if you're pre-ordering books on Amazon, then it's also going to pop up when people buy other books, and then people are going to see it. It's like this crazy internet web, like that movie Net with Sandra Bullock. Like the internet's crazy. Pre-order. So here's the thing. I'm not saying that you need to go out and pre-order all kinds of books. I'm not saying that at all. Money is tight for a lot of us, and you only have so many books that you can purchase for your classroom. I get it. What I'm saying is if you are going to purchase the book anyway, if you're going to purchase that next Kate Messner book no matter what, if you're going to purchase that next Linda Sue Park because you buy all of her books and A Long Walk to Water changed your life. If you're going to buy it anyway, pre-order it because it helps the author tremendously. Pre-ordering can change their life. It can change the life of a book. And we know that when we get lots of books in the hands of kids, that good things happen. So if you are looking to buy a book and you know you're going to buy a book, pre-order it. It's a win-win-win-win. If you are on the pre-order kick, you're like, yeah, Mr. Sharp, you're saying some good things. I needed to pre-order some books. I really want to do that. I want to help authors out. I want to help publishers get these great books into the hands of kids, but I don't know what book to pre-order. Well, I have a book that I think you should pre-order. I want everyone to pre-order this book. It's like my mission right now as a literacy advocate to get this book into the hands of as many readers as possible. So Amal, Unbound, you need to pre-order this book. Please pre-order this book. If you're looking for a book to pre-order, I promise this book won't let you down. If you pre-order this book and you don't like it, let me know and I'll send you something. This book is so important. It's so good. I thought that there was a kid at the door, but it's just our class tortoise trying to get out of his box. It's kind of awkward.